people. Today we're going to be hitting an arm workout. You're probably thinking to yourself, what do you mean? You're in the middle of the woods right now. About to go on a little hike real quick. I have a Christian clothing brand. It's called Withdraw. I actually have a shirt on right now. And we really talk about how it's important to withdraw, take time away from life, work, all this craziness, and get outdoors, enjoy the time with God and what He's made for us. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to do a little bit of what I practice, or practice what I preach, I guess I could say. I get carried away with work a lot, so it's nice to, come out here and enjoy the quietness. It's actually a super nice day out. The sun is out, but it's not too hot, especially, I think most of this trail, it's got a pretty heavy canopy, so I'm not going to really have to worry about being too hot out here. But we're going to go out here, nothing crazy, maybe a mile or two, and then we're going to go hit our arm workout with arms, man. I'll kind of give a little brief introduction to the arm workout. Weighing like 220 right now, and usually on my summers I'll cut down pretty hard, but right now this summer I'm not really trying to get super lean. It's more of like, okay, get kind of leaner just to feel good and feel a little bit leaner for the summer, but there's no like trying to get like show ready. Typically I would get like super lean. I felt like getting really lean for content was what I had to do, so I got super lean typically. But this time around I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get a little bit leaner, but not like sickly lean to where I feel my hormones drop or I feel like crap. So currently during the weekdays, I'm eating around anywhere from 24 to 2,900 calories, somewhere within there. And that is a calorie deficit. And some days it's more of a significant calorie deficit than others. But for me right now, I'm kind of as lean as I want to be. I did like an initial cut at the beginning of summer. Now I'm kind of just maintaining. And the way I'm doing it, that is being in a calorie deficit during the week and then having my calories higher during the weekend. So, kind of enjoying myself, letting myself be more lenient, still hitting my workouts and stuff. And the way that it's working out is that, I'm in a deficit throughout the week and then I'm a little higher on the weekend. So it's kind of just maintaining at this point. And I feel really good. Still pretty decently lean. My hormones feel really well. So that's kind of where I'm at going into this arm workout. My workouts have been feeling great. Pairing, more food up with some pump supplements from Phorm. Link for them down is below. I think it's Megawatt is the pump supplement that I use by them. And man, my pumps have been crazy, at least compared to like what they've been during the summer. Like during the summer, I'm usually just so depleted and down bad. So I would kind of advise you guys that like, if you don't necessarily have the goal of getting like show ready lean or like trying to get lean for content, like some influencers kind of do better when they're super lean. For me, I realized I don't really need to be lean. I think people follow me more for the lifestyle, working out, feeling good, looking good, but also enjoying life to the fullest with whether it's motorcycles or lifting or, following Christ. So it's really less about being lean, but more about like having a great physique and feeling good and being happy. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I would recommend that for anyone, dude. Like get down to like a reasonable body fat percentage by tracking your calories and doing your cardio. But I don't think you should feel the pressure of having to be super lean. Now, I do advise it though. Like I think doing one gnarly cut, like pushing your body, getting down to that like single digit body fat that, anywhere from 5 to 8% body fat is super fun one time. But it only takes once for you to be like, okay, that was fun. That's gnarly. I know what I can do, but now I'm going to sort of bump the calories up these next following cuts and just kind of get leaner, but not like as lean. Because that's, for me, it's like, you'll feel your hormones drop so much. Like my testosterone, I could feel, and even sex drive and things like that, I could feel just plummet. And it's just not fun. It's really not fun, especially during the summer. Trying to enjoy the nice weather, go out and enjoy the wilderness, withdraw, right? But if you're passing out on the trail because you don't have enough calories or carbs in you, then that's a no-go, bud. That is a no freaking go. So yeah, going into today's arm workout, feeling really good. I got my pump supplement in the car. Like I said, I'll sip on that here in a little bit. And we'll go ahead and probably start with triceps. It's been an emphasis of mine, working on my triceps, specifically the long head, working on the long head, because it's just kind of the majority of the tricep. Building that up, I've been loving skull crushers. It was one of those things that I really didn't like doing because my shoulders are a little jacked up, if I'm being honest. They're a little tight, so having that bar over the head was a little uncomfortable at first, but slowly working back into those, it's awesome because you can really load that tricep up, especially if you had a good warm up before that. So gonna start with triceps, and sometimes there's times when you can go like chest or tricep, bicep, go back and forth. That's a fun pump. Or you can just do all triceps and all biceps. One thing that I've done is kind of a hybrid. Like I'll do maybe 2 or 3 workouts for triceps, and then 2 or 3 workouts for biceps. But then in between that, I kind of mesh. So maybe like one of the biceps and one of the triceps are like supersetted back and forth. So that's like a nice transition. Going from all triceps to biceps is kind of doing a small superset in the middle there. I do apologize if I'm talking fast. I need to start talking a little slower for you guys. But let's go ahead and get on this trail. Like I said, maybe a mile or 2. It's going to be a good little pre-cardio session before we go over to the gym. And then I think we'll wrap up and summarize the workout over at my storage unit where I work on my motorcycle and I run the Refuel clothing brand out of. That's kind of like my little creative hub garage where I work on my bike and run the brand, and I think it's a good spot to hang out for us. It's a little family of bass right here. I don't know if you can see them. That's one thing I need to get better with, is honestly withdrawing, but taking time to fish more in the summer. I haven't fished really in years. I have a pond at my parents' house, and that's about as much fishing as I've done lately. I think I'm gonna sit here though and take in the view. I'm at like a little harbor right here. There's a bunch of boats over here, but I'm gonna sit down and kind of relax, maybe say some prayers, and start to head back. All right, little change up. So we're actually gonna superset back and forth with bicep and tricep. Sorry if you can't see me that well. We're gonna go bicep and then a tricep. Right now for triceps, I got this green band and I'm doing rope push downs with this green band instead. I like using the band. It kind of just lets your arms go wherever they want to go. With the rope, it can tend to be very strict. So with the band, you can get it down here, but you have a lot more variance in regards to like being able to squeeze back wherever those arms want to go. So stay pretty light on these, focus on a hard squeeze, and then we'll slowly work up. But we're gonna do these, and then we're also gonna go over to the rack next to us and just do standing single arm curls to our head, just like that. We'll go back and forth, probably 4 sets, and then go find something, another adventure of supersetting.
How many ways
All right, so at the end of that tricep set, I actually did one more. I said I was going to do 4. I did 4, but I wasn't going to show you the last set, but I actually ended up on that last set, stepping back a little further, lowering the weight, and focusing really on that really freaking hard squeeze down and back. I think it's something we get carried away with the push downs. You tend to just kind of like be right here. So I think it's nice to do more of a slow, lighter weight controlled set where you really focus on squeezing down and squeezing that weight back. Because that long head actually connects from your elbow up into your, under this rear delt. So it goes here, and then that last squeeze, it might seem useless, but I'm telling you, it works. But now, skull crushers, and then I'm thinking just some heavy freaking bicep curls. I would view this sort of superset now as like the big boys, right? This is what makes the ox, man. The big lifts. Those are one of those things that, man, they shock your system. So, like I was saying, the skull crushers and these are like the compound movements of the arms. Like, they're so taxing. It's insane. All right, just wrapped up the dumbbell curls and the skull crushers. Now, man, my left side is just significant. I don't know if it's weaker, like the bicep itself. It might be a shoulder issue, but I just cannot curl it the same way or with the same amount of endurance that I can with my right. So that's why you probably saw me torturing this bicep, man. I was going at it. It's kind of making me mad, but we're all good now. We're gonna do some preacher curl machine, probably 2 sets on there. Then probably go to a reverse grip incline curl for 2 sets. And we're gonna superset that with 1 tricep movement. Not really sure what yet, but you guys will find out here in a minute. right, let's go ahead and pose down. Had to switch over to the phone because the camera died on us, but that's fine. Pretty good quality, I think. So let me know down below if it looks horrible or not, but feeling pretty good. I went ahead and did just single arm cable curl, something that was a gnarly squeeze just because the preacher curl machine was taken up. So if I plan on doing something and it's taken up, I just try to find something that's pretty similar. So preacher curls, I really like to squeeze, especially with a preacher curl machine. So that's what I went for, just a little cable. Squeeze there, let's pose. The withdrawal shirt is freaking soaked. Luke 5:16, Jesus often withdrew into the wilderness to pray. Go check it out, link down below. As you saw, like, your arm days don't have to be like something easy. Now, arms and shoulders and even chest sometimes are those workouts where you can go in and get a great workout in without doing anything too intensive, too draining, just in and out real quick. But then understand that you can also take those workouts to the next level, right? But like doing what I said, some heavy freaking skull crushers, some crazy heavy bicep curls. Even though we weren't really in the rep range, like with those 60s, man, I was getting maybe like 5 or 6 on each side. But you can really up the intensity on those smaller muscle group days and still get, like I'm sweating my butt off. And that's typically not something you see with those smaller group days. All right, fast forward a couple days to wrap up the workout. I'm not in my withdrawal garage, but I'm at my garage at home. This is my brother's motorcycle here, Yamaha V-Star 650. But I think that workout was great. I hope you guys enjoyed sort of the combo of going outside, enjoying the outdoors, and also getting a good lift. I think that's what it's all about, man. Finding that balance between work, family, getting outdoors, connecting with God, and taking care of yourself. I think that's the best thing that you can do for yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Drop a comment down below if you guys enjoyed today's format of the video, of everything what we did today, or any questions or concerns you might have down below. I love connecting with you guys because YouTube right now is still a smaller platform, so I can really connect with you guys one-on-one, talk to you guys in the comments. So I appreciate all of your guys' support. Real quick, I want to show you guys something in between us talking. My parents just recently got more ducks and more chickens. We're gonna see if we can grab a duck. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Little scaredy cat. Look how beautiful this is. So I'm at home visiting my parents right now, and they have some property. And man, it's refreshing to be out here. It's a beautiful day too. It's not too hot. If there's anything we all need to get better at, it's going to the gym, getting outdoors and being with God, praying, getting into scripture, and also working out. So I think today's video was like the ideal day, right? That's like not only probably your ideal day, but my ideal day as well. It's unexplainable, like getting outdoors and being with God. People ask me like, how does getting outdoors make you feel closer to God? And I honestly can't really even explain it, but I think the best way I can explain it, I'll try, is that it's the most raw sort of living that there is, right? When you're connected with God, or you're seeing these beautiful sights, seeing God's creation in its rawest form, it's amazing because it's like, wow, he made this and he also made me, and he loves me, and he cares for each and every one of us. So I pray today that you walk away with not only the knowledge and experience that you might have gotten from watching the workout, but also an understanding that we should prioritize getting outdoors. We should prioritize spending time in the Word and spending time with God, and understanding our place in this world and how special we actually are, and how special our life is, right? Like, we should take care of ourselves. And I know it's tough. It's super tough to prioritize all of those things. You know, reading scripture, it's super tough to make time to go to a park or to go to a wilderness area. And it's tough to make time for the gym. But once you start to build that schedule, once you start to build those habits, it becomes ingrained in your life, and you'll realize how necessary it actually is for us to function. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and I know the music in the gym can be obnoxious, or just the audio in the gym can be obnoxious, so bear with me with that. I'm getting some new mics, and yeah. Anyway, all the links are down below. The link for Withdrawal, my Christian outdoor brand, the link for my one-on-one coaching, if you want to be coached by me, that's down below as well. It'll take you to like a landing page where you'll watch an introduction video, and then you'll hop on a call with myself. And then the link to Phorm is also down below, which is the supplement sponsor that I have. They're great. So if you want a good pump supplement, creatine, protein, whatever the case may be, you can find all the links to that down below. Without further ado, I'm gonna go outside and throw a ball with my dogs. They're biting at the bits to get me out there to throw a ball. So remember to love God, lift weights, live life. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all the YouTube shebang, sheniz. You know what it is. Love you guys.